Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome back, students. So today we are going to start the properties of soil. Okay, so different soils have different properties such as the color, their texture, the water holding capacity, the percolation, etc. So based on these various properties, the soil is used for pottery, for construction, for different farming, right? Because on the properties one can employ a job to a person, right? So that is the same case with soil as well, that depending on the soil color, its texture, its holding properties, its percolation rate, soil can be used for different purposes. So the soil color may be black, brown, red, white, gray. Okay, then the soil texture, soil can be rough, that can be gritty, that can be smooth, that can be silky, right? So that will depend on the parent rock and the various factors that we discussed earlier, right? So these properties of roughness, grittiness, smoothness give soil its texture. Then we have the water holding capacity. So what is the water holding capacity? Basically it is the ability of a particular type of soil to hold water. Okay, the capacity of soil to hold water, that is known as the water holding capacity, as it's very this obvious from the term as well. So some types of soil such as clay have high water holding capacity, whereas sand has low. Then the percolation rate means the movement of water in the soil, how much water can move within a soil, that is a percolation rate, that means how much it is allowing the water to pass through it. So percolation rate is the rate at which water flows, it trickles through porous soil. So soil with high water holding capacity would have low percolation rate and vice versa. Then we have the soil erosion. So what is soil erosion? It is basically the removal of the top soil by the action of water or wind. So factors that leads to soil erosion are deforestation. The roots of the plants bind the soil. So what is deforestation? See, the roots of this plant, they hold the soil particles together. Due to cutting down of trees, the top soil is left very loose and thus makes it easier for air and running water to remove the fertile topmost layer. Then we have the overgrazing. When animals, they overgraze a particular piece of land, that piece of land is exposed to air and water, and that leads to soil erosion. Then we have the improper farming. Then the traditional methods of farming on hills make it easy for wind and water to erode soil. Then we learned about the soil erosion, that now there is soil conservation, how we are going to conserve a soil, as it is very important for us. So soil conservation can be defined as a protection of soil from erosion and maintenance of its fertility. So what is soil erosion? Conservation, basically how we are going to save our soil from erosion and how are we going to maintain its fertility as well. It is very important, as it is because it takes millions of years for a soil to form, so we have to take this definite care of this, right? So the ways in which soil can be conserved are afforestation. Deforestation was the cutting of trees. Afforestation is the planting more trees. For example, if one tree is gone, we are supposed to grow so many different trees on that plant. We have to plant more trees, right? And in this way the soil erosion will be prevented, because if in a particular piece of land, if this deforestation is happening, so we have to plant more trees so that rate will be balanced, right? Then we have the windbreaks. Windbreaks is creating windbreaks, planting a row of trees or bushes which help in reducing the speed of the wind and helps in reducing soil erosion. That means growing the trees in such a way that they can reduce the speed of the wind, so that the soil erosion will be stopped. Then there is preventing overgrazing. A land used for overgrazing should be given enough time for the grass to grow back, which helps in soil conservation. Then we have the terrace farming, that is employing techniques like terrace farming. This is the terrace farming on steep slopes of high hills, which help in preventing soil erosion. Then the next one is constructing dams to control floods. Okay, so this is a map. Here we have seen this is the sugarcane, the wheat. You can just learn it and revise it. Then this is a summary of the chapter. First one was the soil formation. There were 3 stages. Then the factors they were affecting. Then there was a cause of the soil erosion. Then the soil profile, right? Then the causes, then the methods to conserve soil, then the crops, suitable soil for crops, and the properties of soil. So that's all that was in this chapter.